His Excellency, the Danka Ekufuad. That's it, Japan the second. Okawhene. Osage for Mwetian for Penny, the Paramount Chief of Extreme of Wapa. I shall first here glad to my the third, Abetifi of Pong, traditional area, and the Chief of Abetifi. Our revered Queen Mothers, Chiefs and Traditional Authorities, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Honorable Eastern Regional Minister, Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture, and MPs for constituencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Reverend Ministers and Agents, Municipal and District Chief Executives here present, members of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me add my voice in welcoming you to Abetifi and especially the Stone Age grounds. I'm overwhelmed with joy and feel extremely honored with your massive turnout, and also for the fact that finally the vision that started so many years ago but seemed far-fetched has eventually materialized. Today, by the grace of God, the Stone Age Park is being commissioned. I'm extremely grateful to all of you, particularly His Excellency the President and his officials, for making today possible and being part of this history. I have been open and silent support from the traditional authorities and many of the citizenry in coming this far. What we are seeing is a collective effort, and I don't take it for granted at all. His Excellency, Nanano, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, those who have read about the park sometimes ask very fundamental questions. Who is this Mr. Bernardo? Today, I stand before as your humble servant, whose vision is to turn things around, to give leisure to those who wish to relax in this beautiful town and highest habitable point in Ghana, to provide employment for our citizenry, and to enhance tourism and thereby contributing to improving on the general economy and Ghana beyond aid. I was born right here in Abetifi some 62 years ago to Mr. S.E. Ado and Madame Rose Mrekua. Unfortunately, my father is deceased, but thankfully, my mother, who is now 93 years, is still alive to witness this historic event. I'm happy to have been born into a large family of 9 siblings. I schooled here in Ghana and came out as a trained teacher in arts. After working a few years as an art teacher, I migrated to Germany and stayed there for about 25 years. Met my lovely wife, Susanne, and made 3 wonderful kids. Indeed, with those members of years' experience and exposure in the field, we discussed and the possibility to coming back home. In 2012, we made our bold step, came to Ghana for holidays, and that changed my family's life. It was during this visit that we met with Dr. Watson, who was the head of the archaeology department at the University of Ghana, Legon, with some of his students on an academical excavation exercise in the Bosumpra Cave. They were making archaeological excavations in the Bosumpra Cave. Later in 2013, he wrote to me with exciting news that with the help of carbon dating, they had found out that about 12,500 years ago, there were people living in that Bosumpra Cave. This was very intriguing to me, and I found myself asking rhetorical questions. Does this mean these people preceded the birth of Christ, looking at that date now? that was about 10,500 years before Jesus Christ was born. How tall were these people? What were they eating? Where did they bury their dead people? Etc. In effect, what was their social life like? With these nagging questions, the task to recreate the park was settled in my mind. And that was how my interest was pushed to its limits. I was highly ignited and the journey to the Stone Age Park started. My wife and myself started buying and looking for books which could give us more accurate information, ideas and facts in addition to what Dr. Watson and his team had given us. Since I'm a professional artist and somehow already preserved this family land for over 30 years, I knew right from the onset that I would one day bring the world to Abetifi. And precisely this environment. To share in the recreation story, and I'm very happy we are almost there. What we've done so far, His Excellency the President, Honorable Ministers and Chief Executives, it has been an uphill task, as it is always the case in translating vision into reality. But I'm also happy with our modest achievement and the support we have so far received from family, Nananum, friends, and some state institutions. This includes the following. 1. I consider it a great achievement in securing 52 acres of land for the project. His Excellency, I know you will agree with me that one of our greatest challenges as a nation when it comes to development is land acquisition. I will therefore humbly bow to Kwao Adontehene, who is also the chief of Abetifi, Achamfo Asedwa Joma III, who approved my proposal and donated on gratis 52 acres of his land for the commencement of the Stone Age Park project and actualization of the vision. Nana has not taken a peso or anything in kind from the project. Instead, he additionally donated 1,000 cedis as a startup and also financed a borehole construction for the park. Achamfo, I appreciate this gesture very much and forever be grateful to you and your elders. 2, the Green Project, construction of a biogas solid facilities, reclaiming of the refuse dump. 3, building of statues. 4, construction of an artificial waterfalls, what you see up there. 5, construction of a restaurant in a park. Construction of a fence wall. Construction of the park. We've constructed roads, built urinals, fireplaces, showers for campers, and a lot more that I may not be able to list here. Our future plans. The bigger vision and the flagship project will be the building of a Stone Age Museum and Event Center. This museum building would be designed in an oval shape. Half of the basement of the building will be used as a water storage or a reservoir to store harvested rainwater. The main structure will be the museum to exhibit all the artifacts from the Bosompra cave. On one of our visits to the head of the archaeology department of the Legon, of the University of Ghana, Legon, we were promised their support to add some other artifacts from the neighboring towns, Pepiase, and some other parts of Kwao, to make the museum a curator of Kwao history in general, and not only the Bosompra cave pieces. They are also ready to affiliate with us to provide constant direction and guidance. This means a lot to me, and I see it as a big potential in boosting tourism in Kwao. I say a big thank you to the Archaeology Department of Legon. I wish to extend an invitation to all other parts that would play a role in this area also be part of the vision. The building is also designed to have about 250-seater hall to accommodate other social and national events on the ridge. There will also be a workshop where visitors and interested persons may try to have hands or learn how the cavemen and women produce their tools. With this facility, I can foresee various schools in Ghana visiting sooner than later. I hope the Ministry of Education will partner us to make it a reality. My appeal is that you all buy into this concept to help raise funds to build this educational and historical museum. So far, the estimated sum for the bill of quantities for the museum is about 4.5 million cedis. His Excellency the President, this is my contribution to your vision for Ghana Beyond Aid. It is huge and doable, but I surely need public-private participation, collaboration, and support to bring this into fruition. It is a lifetime project, but not necessarily the property of Bernardo and his family, but the entire community of Abetifi, of which I have made Achamfo aware. It is registered as such. The real name of the park is therefore Abetifi Stone Age Community Development Park, limited by guarantee. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you have been invited to this ceremony to also share and buy into this huge vision. I therefore plead and urge you to help me and my family to develop this very important asset of Goma and the country at large. My special appeal. At this stage, I wish to make a special request to His Excellency the President and the Father of the Nation. I know he's always overwhelmed with appeals at such functions, but I'm sure you always use your advisors and good judgment in supporting any of them. I wish, however, to convince you that this project is viable and can leave a good legacy for you and everyone who would associate with it. Your desire to develop Ghana is beyond doubt. You boldly invited us all to be partakers in this agenda, and here I am. There are indeed many things I would have loved to ask considering the package and where we are now. But the top three and immediate needs are the construction of the museum complex, the need to restrain the harvesting of the forest around park. The third appeal, His Excellency the President, is to help us construct roads leading to the Stone Age Park. And we all will assist in planting trees along the road. GTA has committed themselves to do the signage for us. We are most grateful. Special thanks. Finally, to our culture, finally, in our culture, every good deed deserves an applause and public appreciation. Even though I have shown appreciation in many ways to all those who have supported this project to where it is, that is from conception through implementation and management, it is very important that on an occasion like this, and in the presence of such august visitors, they are all again applauded. I therefore consider you all here today to be my witnesses and to join me in appreciating every member of this community for their silent prayers that have helped in reaching this stage. My immediate family being my parents, wife, children, siblings, and cousins, the traditional leaders, especially Nana Siedu Ajima III, his elders, and the district assemblies for their cooperation. Let me, however, also single out the following persons for special mention. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa. His Excellency, your presence and participation mean a lot to us. on this project. Through this visit and commissioning, you have pulled the entire Ghanaian community to Abetifi Stone Age Park, and by extension, the whole world. Many are watching and will read about today in the news. I'm very grateful, and we appreciate you for this. Thank you, Mr. President. The next group to be highly applauded are my wife, my European friends, Frank, Dora, Abudu, and all those who have made the Abetifi Stone Age Park a success story. You are all my family. I appreciate you. Thank you. The planning team for the occasion and the press, as well as spectators who are adding the numbers, I'm grateful. Finally, my deepest appreciation and praise goes to the Lord Almighty. To God be the glory. Thank you. Conclusion. The Abetifi Stone Age Park has come to stay. It's a long but doable journey that requires all hands on board. It is a community project, and therefore every core person living everywhere should feel proud to be part of this story and help create it within the shortest possible time. We as citizens can only do our part, and we shall need the full support and collaboration from the government, traditional authorities, and all well-wishers, including business partners and investors, to lighten the load and shorten the waiting period. It is an employment-generating tourist attraction and an environmentally friendly project. Protect it, at least if you cannot financially contribute to the development. Sell the idea and bring people to visit and relax. It is for us all. Thank you.